Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another part of the competition, the idea competition to be exact. Now this is my little announcement for round 2 of the competition. Obviously, only the people who have gone through the first round, obviously 2 people got knocked out, so only the people who got through to that next round are able to do this competition. But if you found this one particularly interesting, you can always create a little idea competition, join my Discord server, and in the little ideas chat you can show us it if you want. Obviously there's no prize, but you know, it's cool it's fun sometimes to kind of make little ideas. So yeah, feel free to share it if you found this one interesting and you wanted to give it a crack. Anyway, this is basically a video just for the people who are, you know, in the competition, but also to show anyone who's watching who's interested in the sort of results of this competition, kind of what's in store now for the, you know, the competitors. So there's going to be a theme. We're obviously doing a mini update, so this is going to be, I probably should have put that in the things. This is a mini update. But yeah, so for round 2, we're doing a mini update, meaning obviously a update that just consists of one prize track, something in the store, but also a super premium thing. And there's going to be a theme, and the theme of this one is occupations. So essentially, you're going to have to choose an occupation that, you know, a certain character would have. For example, you could do radioactive workers, nuclear power plant workers. You could do that. That would be an occupation. But you can also be quite vague. Like if you wanted to just kind of say restaurant worker, you know, you could include chefs, waiters, restaurants. You know, you've got to have some sort of theme. That is you gotta have some sort of occupation, which is the theme, and through that you have to kind of connect all the items. Now, obviously, some things, if you want to go out there, you can be vague and you can connect items through the quest line, or you can be like very specific. Like, for example, if you're doing a restaurant, you add this restaurant, this waiter, this, you know, a stack of plates, this food truck. You know, you can be very strict, or you could be like, well, I'm gonna add this car, and I'm gonna say that that chef is using the said car to deliver his meals, right? So you know, there's other ways of doing it, is what I'm trying to say. Obviously, you're going to have a mystery box for this one as well, which is interesting. I don't normally do that, but I figured why not. As well as that, you're going to have a super premium, a store, a quest line, a prize track, obviously, and also a character, tasks, and animation screen. And there's one surprise thing in my, you know, little surprise extra thing that you must include, and that is you have to include Paul Flart, this dude here, in at least one. You have to include him at least once in the quest line. So this can just be a quick joke, or he can be integral to the story, either one, but he has to be mentioned in the questline at some point at least once. Or you can make him a main character. It's really up to you. If you want to make him a main character and somehow make that work, that's cool too. This says returning store. What I really mean by this is mystery box. So there has to be 5 items in your mystery box at least. If you want to add more, actually no, I'm going to say no, don't add more. Add your 5 best things, okay? So you've got 5 things to add. There has to be at least 1 character/costume, 1 building, and 1 decoration. Now, the decoration can be a combo of 3 items, but that's the only thing you're allowed. So, a combo of 3 decoration items, or just 1 kind of big decoration, if you will, or 1 building, and it has to be 1 building and 1 character or costume. So, everything else is up to you. So as long as you've got those 3, the other 2 can be another character, another building, another decoration. It can be a facade, a collection of facades. It can be anything like that, really. So yeah, and obviously the more they relate to your occupation that you've chosen, the better. So yeah, and then you have your startup. Just put a brief startup here. Basically what this is like the intro before your event actually starts, the little thing that you normally send Homer or Lisa or both to do, essentially. So you got to do that, and also decide what your event currency is going to be. Just anything really that again relates to the occupation you've chosen. You can just put it here. For your super premium item, you have to put a character or a costume. I'm going to say no combos for this one. I want it to just strictly be a character or costume, and I just want to see what you do with that super premium item. So, you know, just put whatever it is, insert with your stack of donuts, and put an image of said character or costume here. In your store, you have to have your combo for your premium combo. So this will be whatever it is with whatever it is for however many donuts. Now obviously it's normally 150 donuts, please do 150, but if there's something, if you think it justifies a larger price or a smaller price, for example if it's a decoration character combo and you think it should be worth 125 donuts, which they have done in the past, then I'll allow you to change that. So obviously it can, instead of, normally it's a character building combo, that tends to be what it is, but it can be a decoration instead of a building, so a character decoration combo, and it could be a costume instead of a character, so it could be a costume building combo, or it could be a costume character decoration combo. It can be any of those kind of, you know, those combinations. So it can be a character or costume or a building or decoration, but there can only be 2 items, no more than 2 items, just the one character or costume and the thing. So no 2-in-1s are fine. So if you've got a 2-in-1 character, no worries, that doesn't matter, that's cool, but you can't have like 2 separate characters with a building, that's not allowed. So in the prize track, there's going to be a maximum of 3 buildings and a minimum of 1. So you have to include 1 building in your prize track, and the maximum of buildings you can have is 3. So you could have 3 buildings, a character, but you can't have a 4th bonus building. You have to have a decoration or something else there. You may have 1 character and 1 costume, or 1 character on their own, or 2 costumes. So what I mean by this is, tends to be only 1 character per prize track or 1 costume per prize track. You can have a character and a costume, or you can have 2 costumes, but I will not allow 2 characters. It has to be 1 character, 1 costume, or 1 character on their own, or 2 costumes. The rest of the items obviously will have to be filled up with something else. So obviously these can be decorations, animations, buildings / decoration skins, aka facades, or they can be NPCs. However, NPCs are limited to 2 per prize track. I don't want someone going crazy and giving like 4 NPCs and 1 character. I'm trying to like cover all my bases, okay? So yeah, NPCs are limited to 2. You can't have any more than 2 NPCs. Everything else has to be. Everything else has no minimum or maximum, so you can have as many decorations as you want as long as you've reached the building and character quota. So you have to have 1 character or costume, and you have to have 1 building, but you can then have 3 decorations if you like. However, obviously only 5 prizes per prize track, but you are allowed 1 decoration combo of 3. So what I mean by this is, say if you've got some billboards you want to add as a decoration, you can add those as a billboard, a combo of 3, but no more than that, right? It can't be a combo of 5 or something stupid like that. A combo of 3 is all cool. So, questline, you got your part 1, your part 2, your part 3, your part 4, and your part 5 for all of the, you know, all of the little prizes you're going to be getting. So include a brief quest line. You don't have to do what the tasks are, that's fine, but try and kind of have some story to tie everything together. And then your prize track, obviously there's going to be 5 items per prize track, so here are some placeholder images. Again, these aren't set in stone. You can move the images around a little bit, but try and roughly have them in these places. And like I said, you're allowed a combo. And then your epilogue, that's from my example, but that's optional. You can write a little epilogue to kind of end your event. And then you obviously have to do your little tasks and animations. So again, make sure to put the character here. I probably should say as well, for this, I'm going to put like a little box down here, actually. No, as long as you explain it, to be fair. So what the item is, as long as you explain it in the quest line, like what it is, so it unlocks, you know, what it is, unlocks what it is, that's fine. You don't have to put it in little boxes, but if you want, you can put it in a little box here, and you can put what episode it's from if you like as well, I suppose. It's not going to give you extra points or whatever, but it might just be easier to understand for some people. Yeah, for your little character animations and all that, make sure to put an image here so we know who it is, and then you can do your little tasks and animations, same for those, and obviously you can have up to 4 characters and costumes if you have one of the super premium, 2 in the prize track and 1 in the store. So there's 4 here, but obviously if you've only got the 3, you're going to have at least 3. just ignore the fourth one, basically, or you can delete it. That's cool. So, obviously animations, put them in brackets and explain what the animation is if you want to in further brackets. And obviously there's only 2 animations per character and costume. Only 2. Don't be trying to do like a character with 8. And also stick with the 60 minutes, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, and 24 hours. I know not every character has this, but it's just interesting to have more tasks than less, and I think this kind of way you can kind of play around with it. So yeah, let me show you an example that I made earlier, just to kind of give you one last little bit of advice. So like I said, I have a little example for you. So this is also, I suppose, doubles up as an event idea, I suppose, a mini event idea that I came up with just on the spot. So obviously my theme for this one is cameramen. I tried to go a bit out there. I was going to go simple and just do like elementary school workers, but I think that, or like power plant workers, but I think that might be quite a popular one, so I tried to pick something a little out there, just so I probably wouldn't take anyone's initial kind of idea that they would do. So mine's Cameraman. So my returning store, or my mystery box, if you will, is my 5 items I've chosen are Camera Hat Homer, the Polystar Executive with the Polystar pictures. Oh, I should have mentioned as well, the combos are don't count. So if you have one character combo building, that counts as, you know, 1 item, not 2. I should have mentioned that before. And then I have the film star director trailer, whatever it was called, and then I have a combo with the stage light and the camera from the Showbiz Showdown, and then filmmaker Lisa here as well. So yeah. So my start up here is Skinner announces a school project about Springfield. Lisa is asked to make a documentary-style film, and she's been teamed up with a proper professional cameraman, a guy named Chuck. So my event currency is camera reels here, and this will be the start of the event. So my super premium item is Chuck the cameraman with a stack of donuts. He's just a random cameraman, really, with a name, but yeah, here he is. So my store combo thing is the Paramounty Studios with Doug for 150 donuts. So really nice looking studio. Obviously it's meant to be a parody of Paramount, but Paramounty, it's a parody, so it counts. And yeah, I think this could be a pretty cool little studio to get, and it will come with Doug the cameraman for 150 donuts. My prize track is here. So Lisa wants to make a documentary on the town for a school project, but the guy that she's been assigned with, Chuck, he's terrible, and he's a bit of a, not a bit of a racist, but he's a bit of a conservative, and Lisa's not too keen on that, so she needs to look for a new one. And this will unlock she finds Doug, and she unlocks the camera equipment van, which is right here. Lisa and Doug are now teaming up, and Doug promises to get Lisa the best shot she'll ever get. However, Lisa's rival in the filmmaking project, Martin, is getting spiteful, and his father has bought all the camera reel in town, meaning Lisa and Doug have to travel far to get some more. And you do some tasks and you unlock the Itchy and Scratchy Land camera shop, which is right here. Very awesome. Doug asks Lisa what part of town she wants to capture, and she decides to focus on the homeless of Springfield. They set up their equipment and interview a homeless man, Paul Flart, who's lost too many jobs, and now no more water parks will hire him. And this will unlock the filming equipment combo, which will be a rotating camera. I know we've got something similar, but it's a little bit different. The stage light and the boom mic. And then Part 4, the film is set up and edited and is ready to be shown. Skinner tells both Martin and Lisa that their films are so good, he's entered them into a proper film award. Doug is excited, but he's a little nervous. Who's Martin's cameraman? And this will unlock the Awareness Awards Hall, which is right here, or the New Awareness Awards Hall. I'm not sure if this is copyrighted. They can always tweak the name, though, I suppose. But yeah, this could be like a really cool little hall to get. I know we already have the award show thing, but I'm pretty sure that's TapTap exclusive. This is slightly different. And then finally, the winner is announced by Kent Brockman for its work at looking at Springfield's homeless, for great cinematography, and for an an awareful message. The award goes to Martin Prince and Simon, the cameraman. Turns out they got Paul Flart a job at the Springfield Mall, so they win. Lisa is happy enough. I mean, it got nominated for an award. That's enough for her. But Doug, he's fuming, and he attacks Simon with some film reel, and this will unlock. You do your tasks and you unlock Simon the cameraman right here. Anyway, your epilogue turns out Martin didn't actually do any of the work. Simon teamed up with Nelson instead, but Nelson was meant to be painting a painting of Springfield, so he can't get the award either. Meaning by default, Lisa wins. Doug gets all happy again, but Lisa tells him he needs to work on himself before he gets this award. A little sassy Lisa ending. And so my tasks and animations here, obviously I've got find old camera parts for 60 minutes, which will be an animation for Chuck. And this will be a dumpster where he'll be pulling out camera parts. Record propaganda for 4 hours. This will just be at the town hall, I suppose. Try fix his own camera for 8 hours. This will be any Brown House, I suppose. Get political. You don't need to put where it's going to be, by the way. I mean, you can. It'd be interesting, but it's not needed. I'll just assume it's Brown House. Get political where he shouldn't. So this will be an animation at the town hall with the mayor doing his usual speech, and Chuck will be heckling him, maybe chucking some things at him. And then look for a non-Democrat company to work for 24 hours. For Doug the cameraman, we've got record in secret. This is an animation in the bushes with his camera. Do freelance gigs for 4 hours. Beg to be a director for 8 hours. That will be at Paramount Studios. Record from up above. This will be an animation, so he'll be in a chopper recording over Springfield, similar to Arnie Pie or Norbert's animations, and then apply for more funding for 24 hours. And then for Simon, we've got replace film reel for 60 minutes. This will just be him, tweaking his little camera and replacing the film reel inside of it. Conduct interviews for 4 hours. This could be at the school. Sabotage rival filmmakers for 8 hours. This will probably be at the Itchy and Scratchy Land one. Film raccoons for 12 hours. This will be him filming a raccoon that then attacks him. I got in on the raccoon shenanigans. And Fallout with Declan. Of course, Simon is the the cameraman for Declan Desmond, so I'm going to have that a little bit briefly in there as well, Fallout with Declan. So yeah, that's my little example, and it kind of doubled up as an event idea, I suppose. Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed. Obviously, good luck to anyone who does enter, and make sure to stay tuned for the vote once everyone has entered. I'm going to give you all 2 weeks for this, so I think that's plenty enough time. Should be enough time to make a mini update. I'll give you a month for the major update for round 3, but round 2, I think 2 weeks is fair for a mini update. So yeah, tell me your thoughts on it all, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.